for you. You are in the age bracket of 21 to 55. The UK government is offering grants, scholarships, and financial support for first degree to masters in various courses. The government will pay all your fees and you can educate yourself in a peace of mind. From £21,000 per year for first degree, etc. Get in touch with GEM Educational Consultancy and we will guide you in applying for this facility. We are situated at 51 Albany Road, Hornchurch. The postcode is RM124AE. Telephone 079 0479 3019 or email us pastorjoeka@yahoo.com. Get financial support and acquire a degree. Are you looking for a job as a general nurse, theater nurse, ODPS, community nurse, healthcare assistant, mental health nurses, midwives, sterile services, domiciliary services? Then look no further. Bright Stars Plus Healthcare Agency have vacancies with good pay rates in London, Hertfordshire, Bedfordshire, Cambridge, South England, West Midlands, Sussex, and North of England. To apply, visit www.brightstarplus.com or you can call us on 073 890 64632. The number again, 073 890 64632 or email info@brightstarplus.com. Bright Star Plus, the best in recruitment agency.
Malcolm got a smart meter.
This is Starr Radio
So
UK.
every year he could save enough energy to
This is Starr Radio UK.
Let's go.
Say I do me a sure me. You know say I be better past anybody. And so we sure.
10. Welcome. 9. 8.
Know they make chance pass me by.
Welcome.
So make it do your best and use your sense. I show the stress since I put God first. Charlie in your
Welcome.
and Jah guides so no one can test. So make it tell them. So we don't come no to fear them. Baba God did for my side.
Welcome.
Yeah, when you're media, on Tonko na Ondo, on any CCTV, they be and anyone me so. Even if I walk through the valley of death, I know the fear. Every day be your guide. Yeah, when you're media, on Tonko na Ondo, on any CCTV, they be and anyone me so. Even if I walk through the valley of death, I know the fear. Every day be your guide.
Make you no cry, no cry. Say you go be, make you still try. No drama in your gosh, no good way. I pity make you no cry, still try. Say you go be, make you no cry. You no drama in your die. I don't mean a song. I don't mean a dim. I don't mean a dim. Team in China, cheetah. Don't mean a song. I don't mean a dim. Team in China, cheetah.
Yeah, when you're media, on Tonko na Ondo, on any CCTV, they be and anyone me so. Even if I walk through the valley of death, I know the fear. Every day be your guide. Yeah, when you're media, on Tonko na Ondo, on any CCTV, they be and anyone me so. Even if I walk through the valley of death, I know the fear. Every day be your guide. Nyame baako pɛ ne bɔ me ho ban ti mu a mo bɔ me ho pɔ na mo fa me ho tan
Mudidi Masana mo wome second Momano Thomas Musa me the botan wodome between me the baby crown me fear Charlie the Serrano Pamishi media senior the baby crowd who many chia Bunyame once me one kamayashi semuchia woman is a me to a man of Muchame to fair. One to me when you tell my comment. When they come up for one in my cochen. My mentor was in a mentor was a or can I say Musafa was Sankanya Mishirano, Unyamena was Shemi Bontina di piano, and Sana, Udimi Dini Bekobi piano, Kaisa was Shemi, who be doing with Siano, El Shada.
Yamibia, on Tonko now on do, on any CCTV, they be an anyone so. Even if I walk through the valley of death, I know the fear, every day be Jacaido. Yeah, when Yamibia, on Tonko now on do, on any CCTV, they be an anyone so. Even if I walk through the valley of death, I know the fear, every day be Jagaido, Jagaido.
Oh yeah, yeah, baby, I need my Becca. My God be my provider, He be my protector. So I go higher. Yo, baby, I need my Becca. My God be my provider, He be my protector. So I go higher. Oh yeah, me me nyawo biampo boni. I don't do them anything. People say me another day. If you wish me well, I wish you well. Me know we are for money. I don't do them anything. People say me another day. If you wish me well, I wish you well. Eva, Eva, I still dey fight for the paper. Of me now, no be later. No be later. Eva, Eva, I still dey fight for the paper. Of me now, no be later. Kebi mama, and then me be kebi mama, kebi mama, and then me kebi mama, kebi mama, kebi mama, kebi mama, kebi mama, kebi mama, and then me be kebi mama. Me nyawo biampo body, I don't do them anything. People say me another day. If you wish me well, I wish you well. Me nyawo biampo body, I don't do them anything. People say me another day. If you wish me well, I wish you well.
You munyai. Would you make it come and once time I see Bible record with a stolen mic? We see my phone coming, I can see an atomic pie. We bang a machine, I'm destroy the soul inside. My baby, I'm on a monkai.
Shame on you, I pray my God go favor you. What will they do be deja vu? Omunya and kefie dedu. Shame on you, I pray my God go favor you. What will they do be deja vu? Omunya and kefie dedu. Nana nyami kebi mami, kebi mami, kebi mami,
kebi mama. And then me be kebi mama. Kebi mama. And then me kebi mama. And then me be kebi mama. Me nyawo biampo boni. I don't do them anything. People say me another day. If you wish me well, I wish you well. Me nyawo biampo boni. I don't do them anything. People say me another day. If you wish me well, I wish you well. Eba, eba. I still dey fight for the paper. On me now, no be later. No be later. Eba, eba. I still dey fight for the paper. On me now, no be later. Rockstar. They call me Eugene.
And then good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to On Point this afternoon. My name is Regina Abban, transmitting live from Starr Radio UK. Please share on Facebook, invite your friends. Let us have a wonderful time this afternoon on the program. It's a pleasure to have your company. It's always a good day to come to you. Today, Monday, 6th of August. Wow. Here in London, the weather is hot. It's hot, baking hot. Oven hot. That's what I mean. But we are enjoying it because we don't often get this weather here in London. So it's a good thing. We really are enjoying it. As I said, this is On Point, and we are here once again to bring you an interactive, an exciting, and educational program. That's what we're about. That's what we want to do. That's what we want to achieve. That's what we are striving to do. It's our passion, it's our desire. Above all, it's everything that we are. We want people to be empowered. We want people to be so that you can make an informed decision. It's your life. You've got one chance to live it. Let me put out the studio numbers at this juncture. 0208 133 2257. 0208 133 2257. Please let people know that this program is on. Let them join us this afternoon so that we can do a program in order to empower somebody. If you have a friend, share it, ask somebody to come on board. If you have a son, a daughter, get them involved, because it's going to be an exciting afternoon. It's going to be an exciting afternoon. There's a lot we're going to talk about this afternoon. I have a few things I'm going to share with you, something I just want to encourage somebody with, and I think it will be a blessing if you so share it, get people on board, get people to come, and also to contribute to the program. Make sure that you contribute to the program this afternoon. The studio line 0208 133 2257 or 58. 0208 133 2257 or 58. So please get as many people and get as many friends, family, relatives, everybody, enemies, yes, they go out there. Get everybody on board. So what is On Point all about? It's a program designed for young adults. We are looking at the young adults from the age of 18. If you're 16, you're welcome to, but 18 up to the age of about 39, where you are transitioning. There's a lot going on, so you're transitioning your young adulthood to your older adulthood, and that's what this program is all about. It's designed to give you a voice to support your needs, to equip you, empower you, and to encourage you. Above all, to encourage you. I like for you to be encouraged, okay? I want you to be encouraged. Life goes on. So it's to encourage you. We want to do that from people from all walks of life. We aim to reach every youth, every young adult, from teenager to 20s and then on to the 30s. Whether you're a single parent, a single mother, a single father, you're welcome to this program. Married and married, you're welcome to this program. You have children, the children are also especially welcome to this program. Divorced, widowed, whatever, with or without children, you're also welcome, because you're also preparing for the future. So everybody is welcome to this program. So encourage yourself, encourage somebody to tune in. We will touch on all topics affecting and impacting our lives in the community, cultural issues, educational, vocational. We will look at that, social, political, and spiritual. And we will look at all of that, the realities of it. Where are we going? Where are we at? And what is happening around us? It is about us, okay? About us. I want you to feel you're important. You are counted for the right reasons. Don't feel discounted, and don't feel anything other than the fact that you are also important. Important to your community, important to your family, important to everywhere you are. If you are at work and things are not going on right now, not well, please be encouraged. We're going to look at something this afternoon. It's going to be a blessing. We are looking at temperament from the point where we are going to learn something and we are going to educate ourselves. You know why? Because often we use these words and we don't stop to analyze it and even find ways that we can make it up. So that's what this program is about. It's a need to look into that. For the past few weeks, we've been looking at a topic, and we looked at it from the point where we are addressing an issue that was pending in the community. An issue that was pending in the community. That's what we were looking at. And what was that all about? It was about the fact that this young lady, a very young lady, is looking to access contraceptive and went to the mother and told the mom that at this age I'm ready for my contraceptive and I would like you to take me to the shop or to see the GP, wherever we can access contraceptive from. I want you to take me there so that I can access contraceptive. And that's what we've been looking at, and that's what we were looking at. And then we moved on to look at who is an adult. Who is an adult? How do we define an adult? How can we understand when someone say they are an adult? Where are we going from? Where are we coming from? So we looked at that also the last couple of weeks, and we concluded that having sex does not make you an adult. Having sex does not make you an adult, and there are some characteristics that define who an adult is, and we looked at that. So today we are moving on, but before we do that, I just want to share this. Children are under the age of 16. A young person is anyone under the age of 18. Okay, so young persons not have the same life experience as adults. Young persons don't have the same life experiences as an adult, and as a result they may require more supportive or more support and role models. Okay, and they require that from their peers, they require that from their family, they require that from people of influence. So if at the moment you are listening to me and you have the opportunity to influence a young person's life, please do that from a point of view where you're going to do it positively. Okay, make sure that the influence you're having on that child is going to yield good moral grounds and good moral standing in society. Don't influence people for the wrong reasons. Don't manipulate them. Don't abuse them. Don't frustrate them. Don't influence them to go off the rails. But if you have the opportunity, whether you are a school teacher, whether you're a parent, whether you're an aunt, whatever your role is in the community, if a young person is looking at you for guidance, for direction, for you to influence them, be a good citizen and influence that person positively. Direct, show them, encourage them, teach them the right thing. Don't be selfish and don't manipulate people. That is the encouragement I want to leave with you. Moving on from there also, I want to say to you right now, I want to pose this question to you. I know often people say, are you a chicken or are you an eagle? And I think the story is out there, well known, well preached, well advertised, that there is a difference between an eagle and a chicken. And you have to identify which one you are. But today I'm taking it to another level. The difference between a parrot and an eagle. So are you a parrot or are you an eagle? Okay. Now ask yourself, why are we always comparing other birds with eagle? I think the only bird we don't compare with is ostrich, because the ostrich doesn't fly, but it's a bird. It is fly. But why are we always comparing birds that fly with the eagle? There are no competitors. There are no competitors. An eagle is an eagle. In an old eagle. So there are no competitors. So are you an eagle or are you a parrot? And if you can understand why I'm asking this and why I'm saying this, at the moment, if you look at a parrot is busy body for nothing. Parrots, they are busy. They cannot fly at the same altitude as an eagle. They may be pretty looking, but the eagle is even more than a parrot. The parrot may have more colors, but there are variations of eagles and they have various colors too. So, the parrot is there. Every little thing the parrot hears, they repeat it. They will say it. Now, if you've ever had a parrot as a pet, which I have done, I had 2 parrots before. Everything you say, they will repeat it. Everything you say, they will repeat it. Unless you don't say it in front of a parrot, they will repeat it. That is what they are naturally inclined, how they were made. So you say something funny, they will repeat it. You say something rude, they will repeat it. You say something important, they will repeat it. Insignificant, they will repeat it. Everything a parrot hears, na 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 na, they will repeat it. And when it comes to flying, they are not half as smart, nor half as strong, nor half as elegant and eloquent when it comes to flying. A parrot cannot fly any altitude above certain levels of tree. Certain tree heights, a parrot will not even attempt. We got some huge oak trees and, some trees grow very tall, very strong. A parrot will not even attempt because they cannot soar that high. That is their limitations. So are you a parrot or are you an eagle who is not afraid of any wind, will take the wind under its wings and use the power and the strength of the wind to become and do whatever they want to become and achieve? So are you a parrot or are you an eagle? My encouragement to you this afternoon is be an eagle. Even if you are an old eagle, you know what they say, don't you? A dead lion is better than a live dog. Because even when the lion is dead, in the Bible, the lazy man says, I'm not going out there to go and work today because there are lions on the way to eat me. So even if the lion is dead and is on the road, it's better than a live dog that cannot do jack, somebody will say. Because the live dog will run. The moment the person, the intruder, puts their foot down and decides to make it a point to threaten back, the moment that intruder does that, the dog will retreat and go back quicker than they came out, barking and hovering around like a mad dog. But a lion, when a lion is dead and is lying there, the intruder will have double mind and run for their life because they don't know whether the lion is dead or not. They don't have a clue. So the saying is, a dead lion is better than a live dog who will not do nothing for you. So in life, please strive to be the best. Make a difference in your community. Change something for the better. Don't conform yourself to the norm. Why do you want to be part of the norm? No, tell me something. Why would you want to be part of the norm? Mediocrity life. Around in circles. busy for nothing, not putting pennies in your pocket, not gaining any momentum to achieve anything in life. 5 years down the road, you are standing where you are. 2 years down the road, you've gone round the block, back again, square one. No way. This program is not designed for you. In fact, if you are listening to me and your intention is to manipulate and for even your own life, even your own self, you are sabotaging your own life by your actions, by your mindset, by your attitude, behavior, your character. I don't want to go there this afternoon, but I feel empowered, encouraged to encourage somebody. If your own character is causing you to go around in circles, please, I beg and I plead with you. Paul will say, I entreat you by the mercies of God, have a changed mindset. Turn your life around for the better. Look for things that will empower you. Look for things that will encourage you. Life cannot be so stagnant and so boring and so frustrating and so confused to the point where you don't know what to do. You can do it. It might be painful, it might be difficult, it might take a year for you to see any kind of improvement. However, be at it. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. It might be difficult. Do it anyway. It might not be what you plan for. Do it anyway. It might not be what makes you comfortable. Do it anyway. Do it anyway so that you can progress and move on. Why would you want to be stagnant at the expense of your own life? After all, you have one life. You are here once, and then above that and after that, you are gone. So make a difference in your community. My producers in the house this afternoon, Pastor Archie, one and only, and Brother Frank. If you send us your text messages, your WhatsApp, contact number from the US is 001-718-303-2737. Text WhatsApp 075-3966-1744. Send your comments, send your feedback. Someone will respond. One of the producers would respond. Or you can tweet Starr Radio UK. Email info@starradiouk.com. And we are on all the social media platforms. You can get us on TuneIn, YouTube, Instagram, and all the apps. All the social apps, including Facebook, we are there. You can reach us. And here on Starr Radio UK, please, if you have a program, if you have a business, if you are wanting to launch something, if you want to do something and you want it to go viral, you want it to go on social media, you want to use the platforms for your benefit and to your advantage, please contact us. Studio line is 0208 133 2257 or 58. Somebody will be there to help and assist you all the way. We will do a whole package and it won't cost you much. Tell them it's on point, that's sent to you, and you will get a special discount. My name is Regina Aban. I love you so much with the love of God. Once again, welcome to the program. I'm going to take a quick musical break and then I'm going to be back in the next 2 minutes and then we will be going live to continue the program. Yeah? So give me 2 minutes and then we will take a musical break, and then after that we will continue.
Hallelujah. Celebrate Jesus with me tonight. Hallelujah. All right, so this song is my testimony. Amen. Can I share it with you tonight? All right, let's go.
I am who I am because of you. Adina, and they call me Eugene. Oh yeah, yeah. You are the reason why I am still alive. 'Cause I depend on you so I can survive. I promise sake of you, I go through my life. My baby waits for me, I will soon arrive. You are the many when you are damaging, I'm full of confusion. I'll do anything for your love. Oh, you are the many when you are damaging. Selma, I was lost and sinking. Oh, my baby, baby, you give me something no one else can do. My baby, baby, you give me something. Oh, my baby, baby, you give me something. No one else but you. Oh, my baby, baby, you give me something. My baby, no be cool, she no be cool, she no be cool. Where you could love someone like me. Give up your life for me, yeah.
Amen. Can I share with you tonight? All right, let's go.
I am who I am because of you.
If it had not been for you, tell me where would I be?
I was lost and sinking deep in sin.
But you reach out your hand and rescued me.
No one else can do the things you do.
There's no one else but you. I am who I am because of you. If it had not been for you, tell me where would I be?
I was lost and sinking deep in sin.
But you reach out your hand and rescued me.
Bra Kwame.
Yeah, hello.
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 Hello, I'm in Viabokodi.
Bra Kwame, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
I'm
your
with
voice
you,
is
Neko.
very far from me.
What's the DNA course?
How are you?
Oh, money, you manage you. That's
And then that na Bra Kwame, that man I be manage you. No one move to.
Was it a very made?
Ube manage area, no one move to new one.
Send you a life, no.
And then area you a citizen.
You was the one who I shall had to have some immunity near what?
Na area bombing come on, dear Necoso.
Job canoe.
Dear Mechanewum. Bra Kwame, what's the word temperament? What's it that?
What is it?
Temperament.
They've been maintained, though. I no say
The way we are made up. And show who we are, the way we behave, no. Obia one dear, I chre when your chre at the grunty awo yes sir.
Yeah.
Because it's all
and I say you a entity
and titi can home, but more importantly, no, the way our body is made up.
Yeah, like temper, okay, like control your temper.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Into the end, I can't find him. I don't know, nipa yegu ahodo sa. ade ebe ya obi abufuo no obi so besere wo ho ade ebe ya obi de no ebe ma obi so wra ho
Yeah. Okay. It's Muna, Muti, wow.
Yeah, so.
No. As some can say, and then a chessy, Nipes, you what I say, we can never be the same. Because even crown, even partners, craving grand for crown, will be an interest, will be an destiny, will be different. And that what you are I don't know in nature. San in the party. There's nothing. What do you want to ask about sanity?
Nancy,
and sometimes entity can be.
Okay.
Entity and sometimes experience also can be. Don't sometimes who near may be us and one who near may be there. It happen what who know how to handle it. In 3 more command. And nipa kura ma temper no kura na think say most of the time no one na wo hate yourself. Because whatever it is, if you have to know whether akokra bi aminim no or say I'm not the only one. Why I will be already 90 years we be na account say I'm not the only one. What can she say? Huh? Be already 90 years. In the end of the day, no. Like a young kwana, the only one into whatever it is. We have to learn to control it, being taking it easy. That but when you say the more now temper cause in negative way, no can create me at the area bro. Just we work on the temper you to man your pressure. It's man you stress out. It's man you confused. It's me say any day it's me man ko ye bibi grandpa obekwa akodem. Oh yes. If it is temper okay, if it is obi ayu bibi. Maybe can work here because of temper intimate na here dey. Okoye bibi and a done police case. And we do a problem boy.
Do a problem.
And the piano. Nipa ye fair. What you say? Because what news, my example. Mamma fa lady ya last year or bangu. What you say? And you're good. And you're good. But mommy and shady. Even though na man Ghana police officer at the same time was shy nipa. What you say? Into nipa sometimes bit is a temper. Police in the yes winning the temper na nyere. Ubu and the temper sometimes you can't control it. Ubu and the temper will limit. It do them bia. By any excuse by we nipa. Into bit say ye can mommy and cash ni. Because a temper it can happen to you. A bit to say, Madame Bia. Make me moon again. Nay, I born in the name next. Enemy Busan say, a dear I almost see me, Madame for no Adam Funia, or Sunian and I am, sir. Enemy Busan say, a dear I wouldn't can hear no. Was say one and a cassan or ball. What didn't suffer Neni Sokeke. Intimate and I'm a friend, Madame from Busan and say, naturally, I didn't know so would the panisa. Was a kwame. Men no work as an hour, Papa was when yes, Wabumas were buff ramming in many I read. Into the temper now went in your control no so yet. I reply, None of the guy couldn't control his temper. Men can't do any you, but the temper you are so in it. And you think you see a buffon in Nura.
But me
what are they? And the temper, a quabisono most of the time, no negative where a summer do, but to me a high can a positive. Go temper, like ebi ti sɛ wo tu a ebi ti sɛ wo Ghana na wo tu a ensem frankrofo di nti ube why have ube frankrofo tu akuom because enema bu ha time so you have to learn to control your temper.
And also the send na wo ka no wan hwe yi a na de wo ma wakonya
na America
aban asem
yes enu ti na omo temper ye yi no eni kwan sen ka omo carry gun kra eni kwan sen ye mo kutatu all right eni temper eni kwan sen man kutatu
mbra kwa me awie ye da ase ne mfre
odi ase nturi anti
ye da ase ne mfre why erade nkan ho bebre me da ase. That is Bra Kwame from the US, sharing his ideas and his views regarding temper and temperament. But this afternoon, our topic is temperament. So, when we say temperament, what do we mean by temperament? The part of your character that affects your mood and the way you behave. That is temperament. The part of your character that affects your mood and the way that you behave. So persons, especially as it permanently affects their behavior, okay? So a person's nature, especially as it permanently affects their behavior. Please listen. This afternoon we are going to learn something. Feel free to call in and share your views and your contributions. They are welcome. You can put them on social media or the platforms and we will be able to respond to it as well. So please share, invite friends, invite colleagues, invite enemies, invite loved ones, especially your children. Let them watch this afternoon. Let them listen in. If you are listening to us on TuneIn, you are most welcome as well. I know some people also do listen to us on TuneIn, so you're welcome. And on any of the social platform, you're welcome. It's a pleasure to have your company this afternoon. So we are looking at the word temperament this afternoon here on Point. Bra Kwame from US has just shared his views as to what or how he understands and what are the reasons why people behave the way we behave. I didn't give him the chance to go too far, too deep, because I want to be able to share some information first. So, temperament is part of your character that affects your mood or the way you behave. It's a person's nature, especially as it permanently affects their behavior. A person's nature. So how then do we say I think we have a saying that says that is the way they behave. It's their character. So when you use the word is their character, this is their character. You're talking about temperament. You're talking about temperament. How the person is physiologically dispositioned. How they are made up. Is how their mind thinks. Is how their attitude is what influenced them. Okay? And it's so important that we understand this. Because sometimes as young adults, as youth, people will give us certain advice. Especially when it comes to certain things. When it comes to our friends. When it comes to forming relationships with others. Thank you, my sister. Sister Gloria, good afternoon. Thank you so much. And I hope you and the family are doing well too. I like those pictures. I like those pictures. Thank you so much. Thank you. And sometimes when we talk about character, what we are basically saying is this is how the person is made. Okay? This is how the person behaves. This is what they are made of. This is their disposition. So disposition basically means their makeup. Okay, you know how you sit down and women, we make our face up nicely, and some people are very good and some people are learning and some people are very bad, and that is the truth. But we are all trying. Everybody is trying their best. So some people can make up and you won't even tell they've got makeup on, and some people will make up and you see them and you ask yourself, oh. So that is the person's makeup, their disposition. So in other words, it's where they, no matter what they are doing around them, it is their comfort zone. It is where they touch base with themselves. We all have something within us. And, somebody will say, you can hear yourself thinking. So it's where you reside or where you withdraw to, your innermost being. That is what they call your character or your nature. Or that is what you are made up, your predisposition. So that is what, so it's a person's nature, especially when it affects them permanently in their behavior. Synonymous of the word temperament, and it's a long list, but bear with me because we have to go through it. Here on Point, if you've been listening, you know we don't rush anything. We don't do anything quick. We learn. So we take the word, we look at it, and we look at how we can apply it. Why am I treating this topic this afternoon? And on the back of the topic we treated recently is the makeup of the person, how the person is made up. If a teenager or a young adult is insisting on having their own way, we have to ask ourselves, why are they not listening to good advice? Why are they not listening to direction and guidance from their parents? Yes, as a young adult, your parents cannot force you as you when you were at the age of 8, 9, 10. But as a young adult, your parent can still talk to you, negotiate with you, communicate, discuss things with you, and hopefully direct you in a path that is going to be for your benefit. Hello, breaking news. As a teenager, you don't know it all. And that's why I read the definition of a child or children for you to see. A young person does not have the same life experiences as an adult. And as a result, they may require more support or supportive systems, structures, role models from their peers, from their relatives, from their, people of contact and people of influence. So bear that in mind. As a teenager, as a young adult, you don't know it all. You don't have it all. You may think you do. Some people have made decisions that has affected their life for the rest of their life because they refuse to listen to directions, guidance, support. And they made their own decisions. I've been there. I'll put my hand up. When all the evidence was telling me this is a dangerous ground. And I'm like, no, I can handle it. I can deal with it. I can manage it. I can overcome it. And when all evidence, when all advice, and that is why I don't want this for you. And that is why this program is here for you. That is why this program is designed for you. Sometimes, yes, we will let you as a young adult, as a teenager, go out there and experience something for yourself. But when a parent sits down with you and pours out their heart and say contraceptive is not good. Not good for you now, not good for you in the next 10 years, not good for you in the next 20 years. You need to take notice and listen. And it may not be, in your case, contraceptive. It may be a relationship that you're getting into. It may be friends that you're getting involved with. It may be even a career decision that you're making. And somebody who has been there is telling you that don't make the same mistake. You need to take notice. So, synonymous, we got disposition, nature, character, personality, makeup, constitution. Now, when you talk about the word constitution, it's deep. It's a big word. It's other things that coming together to make up something. Okay, so laws, bylaws, and all that, we call them constitution. Bylaws, laws, policies, procedures, protocols, constitution that governs. Okay, so agreement and all that. So when we talk about constitution, it's deep. And we are looking at this from a person's character. Okay, complexion, and then temper, mind, spirit, stamp. The simple way to explain this is, how you post letters and you put a stamp on it, and that stamp will make sure that your mail gets to its destination. So it's stamped, it's embarked, it's embodied. It is like, if you like, what is the word I'm looking for? When they stamp something, it's embedded. Okay, it's embedded in you. It's a stamp. So this is your nature. It's embedded in you. It's very difficult to get rid of it. You can't, because that is where you identify who you are. We've talked about having your own identity and knowing who you are. So when something is stamped in you, it's who you are. You can't change it. It's how you are molded. And that's what Brad Kwame is saying, that our upbringing. So your upbringing can determine the kind of character that you're going to end up having. Your social upbringing, your spiritual upbringing, your moral upbringing All these are gonna make your educational upbringing. It's gonna make an influence. It's going to affect your life. It's going to affect your life. It's going to affect your life. Something is going to affect your life. And it's going to be maybe from all of these four that I've shared: your social, your spiritual, your educational, your moral. It might be from one of these. It might be from all four of them. Bits from here, bits from there. Sometimes it might be from three. I don't know. We're all brought up differently. We are all molded differently. That's why two people cannot think alike. Two people cannot think alike, not the same. They say great minds think alike. Similarities, aiming for the same conclusion, but the process will be different. So such is life. So the way you are molded, the way you are made up, and as a parent, if you are listening to me, the way you are molding your children is so important, because you are character forming them. Your character forming them. Okay, some of this disposition, we will look into it. Some of them will have its chemical, if you like, balances or imbalances, which we cannot do anything about. But what we can do about it is how we allow that imbalances to affect our lives. And that's what we are looking at, okay? So it's a combination of your mental, physical, emotional traits of a person and natural predisposition. Look at this. That is when we talk about temperament. It's the combination of your mental, your physical, your emotional traits. Have you heard the word emotionally damaged before? Some people are emotionally damaged. And when you become emotionally damaged, that person is prone to damage other people's emotions, other people's life. And unfortunately, it's a trait they have, so they cannot change it. They can control it. They have control over it. Because if you've watched Captain America's film before, you know all them superheroes. Especially, I like the Hulk. I liked the Hulk. When the Hulk gets angry, it changes from normal human being to this huge green beast that is fearless and can do anything and you cannot stand the Hulk. But the Hulk has to control its temper in order not to change from the normal size human being, behaving normally, very shy, very timid, very conforming, no problems whatsoever. The Hulk has to have control over their temper in order not to change from that gentle, kind, loving human being to this beast of a Hulk. So when the other people are with the Hulk and the anger is revving up, it's coming, you will see them trying to say, Hulk, calm down, change, slow down, take it easy. They are trying to pacify the Hulk because they know if Hulk gets angry, the monster in Hulk will show. But then, when they want that monster to show up, they will go and say something into Hulk's ears that will provoke him to anger. And within seconds, you will see the green man. So that's what we are talking about. Emotional traits. That is what the person's predisposition, nature, the inner spirit, that's what it is there. Okay? So it's a combination of their mental, physical, and emotional traits of a person's natural predisposition. Not artificial, natural. So it's second nature to them. They do it without thinking about it. That's how they behave every day. Every scenario, every situation, you will see how they are going to respond. Consistently see that as a predisposition, as part of their natural trait, who they are. Usually, a person's attitude or nature, as manifested by particulars of feelings, temper, action, often with distinction to submission to conventional rules or restraints. So when we talk about temperament, we need to look at it from the angle where the persons manifest. A person would manifest their feelings, their temper, their actions, often with disinclination. So they are not thinking about it. They are not admitting it. They are not acknowledging it. Okay? To submit to conventional rules and restraints. When you are inclined to do something, that's your way of doing it, isn't it? But when you naturally don't think about it, it's second nature to you. You do it anyway. It comes to you naturally. So that is temperament, okay? That is temperament, a person's usual attitude, a person's character, that they naturally, second nature, shows it off and let everybody see that this person, he's green, she's blue, she's white, she's red, she's yellow. That is their natural predisposition, their natural character. That is who they are. It's a combination of a lot of chemical things that is going on in the body as well. Okay, so it's part of your physiological makeup. Sorry if I'm using a lot of scientific words this afternoon, but I hope you're learning something. It's a part of your physiological makeup. It's what you are made up of or made up of. So when I get into it a bit more, you will see where I'm going with this. Okay, so we've looked at a lot of the synonymous, but attitude is one of them. Complexion is one of them. Ego is one of them. Humor is one of them. Inclination, individuality, intellect, mentality, mood is one of them. Nature, outlook. So one's outlook, even in life, is part of their character. Think about it. Think about it. When we talk about someone being alcoholic, we say, oh, that's their character. It's their outlook. It's how they think. It's what they do. They look forward to going and enjoying a drink and boozing till their head is on the floor, till they've lost all sense of their dignity and behaves anyhow. And that they do this regularly. It's part and parcel of them, regularly. So we label that person alcoholic. That's what we are talking about. So someone's outlook, their spirit, their tendency to do things, okay? Capacity, character again. And the list is endless. The list is endless. Your makeup, peculiarity. So how peculiar you are. We are talking about your temperament when we talk about peculiarity. So there are certain things that are peculiar to you. Everybody can identify you. In a room, if something goes missing, because you are the only thief in the room, and everybody in the room knows that your hand is an issue, unless you don't see it, you will steal it. Because it's so peculiar to you, people would immediately point fingers at you, because that's who you are. So that is something I want you to think about. So temperament, which is reflected in a character, a creature's manner of behavior, its personality, its biological, enduring, and hereditary aspects. Okay, so that is what we are talking about when we talk about temperament. So some of these temperaments are kind of hereditary as well. Wow, think about it. So in the family, your mom always exhibited some level of anger towards even your siblings or other people. Your father always exhibited some level of anger in the community. Everybody knows this person and this family. Hey, this family, don't go there. If you go and knock on their door, the whole family will line up and fight with you. That is their character. It's hereditary. So there are certain families, they have certain peculiar behaviors. Amazing. When I was learning this, I was like, wow. There are certain things you don't think about. So when a parent or an adult in the area, let me talk to some people out there right now, especially from our communities and our culture where we come from, especially when it comes to marriage, and you are about to go for a marriage, whether you're a young man or a young woman, people in the area will come to you, your own relatives will come to you and say, this house, don't go there. This person, they are this, they are that, they are that. They will give you a long list of advice. Why? Because from experience, As a young adult, you don't have, as a young person, you don't have same life experience as those that are around you that are older. So these people will come to you and say to you that that house you are knocking on to go and get married in, don't go there. Why? Because they can see certain traits, certain behaviors, certain personalities. Some of them are hereditary. It is there in that house. It happens all the time. And nothing changes. Nothing can change them. From generation to generation, you can see these traits of behavior in that house. And somebody tells you that don't go there because you will live with regrets. What do you do as a young child, as a young adult? My encouragement to you, if you are listening this afternoon, is to heed to good advice. Because if the person don't mean well for you, they won't advise you so. This is On Point. My name is Regina Aban. We are treating temperament this afternoon. The part of your character that affects your moods and the way you behave. That's what we are talking about. So temperament, which is reflected in a creature's manner of behavior, personality, biological. Some of this is innate. We are born with it. It's rooted in us. And it comes out. It's like I've shared the story of the hawk. Let me share another story. You know, is it rhinos when they are in the water in Africa? They barely have their nose above water so they can breathe. So often birds and other animals don't realize that they are entering danger zone. They think it's part of the water until you go and make your abode in their house on top of their head, and they will let you rest there for a few minutes, feeling comfortable, thinking you are home and you are okay. Then when they get hungry, they just toss you like this. They open their mouth and they will bite you and eat you alive. And so it is in their nature to lie in the water and, if you like, camouflage themselves to look like logs in the water. So the animals, the birds, the other animals in the water, they all think they found a floating log and they are resting on it until the animal lifts its head, tosses it in the wind, and opens his mouth wide. The next minute, grum, it's gone in. And you've seen crocodiles also. They lie there with their teeth like they are dead. You get a stick, you are poking them, you are poking them, you are poking them. And then before you know it, they open their mouth so wide, they grab you and you can't escape. So that is a person's nature. Biologically, it's in them. This is how they are going to behave. Come rain, come shine, is their behavior. So as a young adult, if you are listening to me right now and your parent is telling you that these friends, I don't like to see them around my house, please heed to your mother's advice. Heed to your father's advice. Had I known, it's always too late for you. It's On Point is not what we do. It is not what we do. A dead lion is better than a fluffing around alive dog who is afraid of the intruder. Can't do jack. You are better off with a dead lion. At least it will scare somebody away. So listen to your mother, listen to your father, and don't get yourself involved in issues, in things that will make you think that or cause you to live with regrets. Okay? So, it's a person's biological makeup. It greatly contributes to, but does not entirely explain their personality. So, it greatly contributes to, but does not entirely explain their personality, much as innate intelligence contributes to, but cannot explain ability. So, you know, some people, intellectually, they are very clever when it comes to verbalizing and reasoning. They want to reason and verbalize to the point where you think that they are the most intelligent. Everything they think they've got an answer. They've got a solution for everything. That is what we call clever in their own eyes. But when it comes to intellectual abilities in the classroom, skills, even completing an essay, they cannot handle it. I was surprised to hear, but then I'm not too surprised because I've known. That is why in universities now they've got a system where they call perjury, and they call what is the word they use now, even when you copy somebody's essay and then they kind of they catch you and then they punish you and so on and so forth. I forget the word they use. I have to think of the word. If someone is watching on Facebook, you can give me that word. You know. And it got to a point where people were buying essays from other people, copying other people's work. Plagiarism. You plagiarized. You go and plagiarized. And the universities decided, with software, with technology developing, they decided to put software systems in place. So if you plagiarized, if I write my essay and you happen to catch it or find it or copy it, then the system will report that your essay and my essay are the same. So with that, they have to then call both of us to the office to find out who is the originator, the authentic author of the essay. And then the person that is at fault will be dealt with according to the rules and regulations of the university. Some people have been struck off from class. But then the next thing that happens is people are in unis and they can't even write their own essays. So they are purchasing them. They are paying somebody to write their essays for them. So in as much as intellectual ability does not equate, it does not equate to intellectual intelligence. Okay, so the person is so intelligent, but their ability is zero. They can be so intelligent in their own eyes. They can want to do things so well, but their ability to show it on paper is zero. So, temperament, it greatly contributes to, but does not entirely explain personality, much as innate intelligence. So someone naturally is intelligent, contributes to, but cannot explain ability. So somebody can be, and we've seen it before, somebody can be so intelligent when it comes to everyday classroom, everything we are doing, but when it comes to the end of year exams, the person cannot perform. They fail all the time. So that's what we are talking about. Temperament is the word we are looking at. We have what we call the 4 temperaments. Everybody knows this, the theory of the 4 temperaments, which was a proto-psychosocial theory that suggests that there are 4 fundamental personality types. Okay, we've got the sanguine, we've got the choleric, the melancholic, and then we've got the phlegmatic. Okay, the phlegmatic, sanguine, choleric, melancholic, and phlegmatic. Most formulations include the personality of mixtures between the types. So some people might be a crossbreed. They have a bit of this, a bit of that. Especially when you are brought up by 2 parents, or you were born, given birth to by 2 parents. So sometimes you might be a bit of this and a bit of that. Okay, where an individual's personality types overlap and share 2 or more temperaments. Okay, so where does all this come from, and where am I going with all of this? Think about it. As a teenager right now, we are in the month of August. Okay, the year 2018 is racing to the end. How many times have your parent given you an advice where you have rejected it completely and gone about and done what you want to do against the best advice that was offered? You may not agree with the advice. You don't like it. You don't think it's worth your while. So you chose to disobey it. As a parent, as a mother, as a father, how many times have you ignored your responsibilities towards your children? so far this year. And tossed your shoulders about and tossed your head about. And maybe made a statement like, I don't care. It's not my business. Each one for themselves. And we say this and we take it for granted. That's where I'm going with this. On point, we don't want people to be irresponsible, going around repeating the cycle of defeat. If you've been listening to this program since last year to date, you cannot, but by now, have picked yourself up and wanting to move on. May Queen shared it and shared it well. When you hit a brick wall, dust yourself, back up 1 or 2 steps, and step out in a different direction with your head high. And very last couple of weeks, Amanda also said, having sex does not make you an adult. There are certain characteristics, certain traits, certain behaviors, certain attitude that will show that you are an adult. And that's where we're going with this. That's why we're doing this topic, temperament. We will be doing it for a while because I've done the research and it has enlightened me to the point where I have, and I'm admitting it, I've realized there has been aspects of the word temperament that I have completely ignored. And that's why I don't want you to do the same. That's why this program is here. I told you it's educational. Take what is going to benefit you positively and make you move forward for the better, influence you better, influence your friends better. Tell somebody something positive every day. And they will be forever grateful to you. That's what I'm talking about. Look around you in your society, in your community, whatever it is that you need to do. Don't beat yourself down. Dust yourself. Don't beat yourself. Dust yourself. And move on. Don't let things destroy your life. Let things drive you to a higher level. Same D word. One can destroy you. One can drive you. Which one are you going to go for? The decision is yours as a young adult. Don't become so disappointed. In the next couple of weeks, exams results are going to be everywhere in the newspapers. Your exams result is going to come through the post. You're going to go to the school and pick up your result. Don't let it destroy you. Dust yourself and let it drive you to another level, to a higher level, to a better level. Don't let friends manipulate you and cause you to live a life of regrets in 20 years. Get friends that will spur you on, challenge you, get you to do. When I was young, this afternoon, I was sharing some things with the producers when I came. I did not know one of our producers is a seamstress. I never knew. When I came in this afternoon, one of our producers was busy doing some work in here with the sewing machine. So we got talking, and I realized that, you know, we all have very similar backgrounds, very, very similar backgrounds. And I laughed a lot. Get friends that are going to encourage you and point you in the right direction, drive you, influence you positively, and cause you to excel and to shine. Don't get friends that are going to encourage you to fail, cause you to become derailed. When your parents are praying and encouraging you, giving everything to get you to go in the right direction, you are doing everything you can to stay in the wrong lane, with the wrong crowd, with the wrong people, achieving nothing, amounting to nothing, ending up as nothing. Is that how you want to be? Really? Why? What have you got to lose? But your dignity and self-respect and self-worth. The prisons are full, too full with people from all cultural backgrounds, with all kinds of excuses and all manner of things that could have been avoided. Didn't help them, but ended up in prison. Why do you want to be a statistic? For the wrong reasons. Meanwhile, there are statistics everywhere that are for positive reasons. Why don't you choose one? One that will empower you, drive you to greater heights, not pull you back or stagnate you. And in the process, if you can then drag another person from the street, from the community, and promote that person to a higher level, why don't you do that? Why must everything you do destroy somebody else's life? Why? So look at that. So let's go back to our topic this afternoon. Apostle. Okay. The producer is in the house. The most higher seamstress is in the house. So this temperament, the word temperament, was discovered by a physician who did their research and came up with the theory of the 4 temperaments. Yeah, I don't know if I've mentioned what they are, but I don't know if I have enough time to look at it at length. But we will try, because if we don't, we're not going to be getting very far. So we will try. So this Greek physician did this research and came up with this. It was at the time a medical concept. So that is why the word temperament has the biological background. Okay, and that is who we are. That is how we are made up biologically. That is why the word predisposition is there. So predisposition, talking about the biological hormones and the biological innate build-up of who we are. Okay, so some of us are very quick-tempered. We say it's coming from the word temperament. We are very quick-tempered. Some people are very slow and even ignorant, and some people, they are indifferent, and that is when we say insensitive. They don't matter which way. They cannot give you an answer. You ask them a question, they look at you, they know the response they want to give you and must give you and should tell you. Even if it's a negative one, they should tell you and let you deal with it. But instead of opening their mouth to say something, they keep their mouth quiet. They won't say nothing and leave you in a limbo. Must you let that affect you? But that's how some people are. So it's a biological makeup of who we are, and it's a medical concept of humorism. Okay, that 4 bodily fluids that affect human personality traits and behaviors. Okay, though modern medical science does not define a fixed relationship between internal secretions and personality, some psychological personality type system use categories similar to what the Greek temperaments are. So psychologically, and now when we talk about psychology, I think everybody knows what psychology is now, where the specialist will sit with you and try to get to understand your mindset, how you are made up, where you're coming from, what drives you to do what you do, what are your reasons for taking those actions. So that's what the psychology tries to understand and explain human behaviors based on medical science. Okay, so we are talking about certain hormones, certain psychological secretions internal that causes us or forms part of our personalities, and these things affect the way we behave and who we are. So when we talk about the temperaments, we are talking at things that look at why we are doing what we are doing. Let me quickly show you a picture that I have. As I was doing my research, I came up with a picture, and it's kind of, I've got 2 of them. I don't know if you can see it, but I will show you. Okay, so it's not very clear. It's not coming up very clear, but try and see. So these are the 4 images of what they call the temperament. Yeah. So we've got the phlegmatic up here. Yeah. And then we've got the correlate up there. That's the correlate. Yeah. And down here, we've got the sanguine. This is image. Image is depicting the kind of person who a sanguine is, okay? And then this will be the melancholic person. Can you see? Okay. I know it's not very clear, but I just wanted you to have images of what we are talking about. Let's try this one. Another depiction of the images comes up like this. So again, it's on a white background, so the images are not very clear. Maybe I can get next week the producers to maybe put the images up better. So that's what the pictures look like. And you can see how they've shaped different facial expression, or how they form the different facial expression in order to communicate what they are trying to say, or how they want us to understand. So these different facial expressions are there for a purpose. So if you are a phlegmatic person, this is what you look like. Apostle, good afternoon. Tara Brown, good afternoon. Good afternoon to everybody that is on Facebook watching. So if you are a phlegmatic person, I'm trying to show you the image. Can you see this man here? That's a phlegmatic person. That's what you look like as a phlegmatic person. As a correlate person. Now that is better. You can see. So these are images, okay? That's a correlate person. The face is frowned. And then when you go down here, you've got the sanguine. Nice relaxed face. The sanguine face, this one. It's nice, it's relaxed, it's happy, it's enjoying itself. And this is the melancholic. The melancholic. Angry, frowned. Okay? So, just to give you picture images. You've probably heard the word so many times. So many times. But you've not taken time to look into it. That's why I got this, so that I can help you this afternoon. I told you on this program, we learn. So that's why you need to know it, so that we can all learn. So, those are the pictures. So the choleric, sanguine, melancholic, and phlegmatic, those are the images that I've just shown you. So bear that in mind as we go through the program this whole of August. I'll keep showing it so that you can understand. You can understand it, and you'll be able to get us to understand. So most individuals tend to have aspects of their personality that identifies with each of the 4 temperaments. However, there are usually 2 primary temperaments that are displayed in significant higher levels. So most of us have all 4 somewhere along in our makeup. We all have it. We all have all 4 somehow, somewhere. It's there. We can exhibit all 4 at some point. Some of us have frowned before. Oh yes, be honest. You frowned like that melancholic person. Face is so frowned. Some of us have been so relaxed before. The sanguine. So relaxed. So happy. So enjoying our lives. The phlegmatic. Just looking at you, staring at you. Not saying much. And the choleric. Oh, the face is so frowned as well. So we can have all of that. Sometimes. At some point. A bit of this, a bit of that. Maybe from morning till evening, you might go through all 4. Depending upon what your day is like. Or how you are allowing the circumstances around you to affect your day. You can go through all the 4. But predominantly, and at a higher level of consistency, you have 2 primary, that is the 2 first ones, that you constantly displays at higher significant levels. An individual can be any combination of any of the 4. Any individual can be any two combination of the four. So are you an eagle or are you a parrot? Not making decisions for yourself, not planning for yourself, not living your life for yourself, but you are manipulating, you are being led and influenced by every circumstances and situation around you, and you are doing this because you think you are very clever. You're not listening to good advice. You're not listening to directions, guidance from your parents, from your friends, from your colleagues. Some of us have lost jobs. Some of us have lost businesses. Some of us have lost relationships because we don't want to listen to good advice. We just want to do our own thing. This is who I am. This is how I am. This is what I'm going to do. Take it or leave it. So, at some point, you can be a bit of this, a bit of that. So for today, let me end the program in the next 5-10 minutes very quickly, and then next week we will touch on it. We will pick it up from there. But let me give you definition or the explanation for the four so that you can go with it. Sleep over it as a young adult. If your mom, your father, your aunt, somebody is advising you right now, telling you that the decision you are making is not going to be helpful, remember what I shared to begin with. Remember that as a young person, you don't have the same level of experiences as an adult. And as a result of that, you will require more support, supportive systems and structures, and role model. Your parents are your role model, especially when they are directing and guiding you in the right direction. They are your first role model. And as a parent, remember, before your child steps out into the community, they would have had a good, if you live in the UK, 2 to 3 years of one-to-one learning from you. What are you impacting in that child? What good things are you saying to encourage that child? What kind of social system are you putting in place to help build that child and give them the opportunities, the best opportunities that community can offer, society can offer? What opportunities are you giving your child as a parent? And if you haven't done so far, I hope this program has encouraged you this afternoon to rethink certain things and get down to basics. It's never too late to start from somewhere. It's a clean day, it's a clean sheet, it's a clean start. You can make a difference positively in your community. You can. So very quickly, I know time is spent. The sanguine temperament. Okay, sanguine temperament. We're going to look at it and look at how a sanguine relates with another temperament when it comes to our relationships. I'm doing this to empower the youth. If you're about to get married, if you're about to make a decision regarding a life partner, if you're choosing a friend and you're at secondary school and you want to choose a friend, yeah, I know we've all done it. You just go in, someone is nice to you, and then you start becoming friends with that person and you build a relationship. If that relationship is not developing to where you are expecting it to go, you don't have to stay in it. Not at all. Especially if that child is misleading you. Don't stay in that relationship. You can find another person. So a sanguine, personality type of a sanguine is described primarily as being enthusiastic. So if you are a sanguine, you are enthusiastic, you are active and social. Okay. Sanguines tend to be more extrovert and enjoy being part of a crowd. They find that being social, outgoing and charismatic is easy to accomplish. So as a sanguine, it's easy for you to be social, charismatic and outgoing. You do that without sweat. Whereas you can see some people find it very difficult to socialize. Even when people are trying to be nice to them, they are still withdrawing because they cannot handle it. But as a sanguine, it comes innate, second nature to you. Individuals with this personality have a hard time doing nothing and engage in more risk-seeking behaviors. That's a sanguine. You're intro. So, don't forget, if naturally this is a trait that you see in you, you can control it. Because this might be who you are. But at the end of the day, you don't have to consistently behave in this manner. The risky behaviors. No. It's good to take risk. And I've said it, sometimes you need to take a risk. Excuse me. Try something new. Drop certain things that are not working. Deleting certain phone numbers. Are you a parrot or are you an eagle? Busybody doing things that don't concern you. Everything you hear, you repeat. As an eagle, you are selective. You are tactful. You are watchful. You plan well. You have systems and structures that are in place that supports your destination. And you achieve your goals. That's an eagle. So, a choleric. Individuals also tend to be more extrovert. Bear with me 1 second. A choleric individual tends to be more extrovert. So we're talking about extroverts here. We will look at that word at another point. They are described as being independent, decisive, and goal-orientated. Somebody saying, that's me, that's me, that's me. Good. They enjoy being in charge of a group. Since they are... they have many leadership qualities as well as ambitions. Choleric personalities also have a logical and fact-based outlook on the world. So a choleric person thinks logically. So if the thing doesn't make sense, then they can't understand you. They will ask questions. They have to think logically. 1 + 1 is 2. 2 + 2 is 4. That's how they think. That's how they behave. So anything out of sequence, you cannot present 2 + 2 and tell a choleric that is 12. And the choleric is going to agree with you. It's not logical. They cannot reason like that. They have leadership qualities. They are ambitious. That's a choleric. A melancholic. These individuals tend to be analytical, detail-orientated, and are deep thinkers. And they deep feelers. They feel. They are emotional people. They have loads of deep feeling. That is why, if you remember the image I show you, the choleric has the melancholic frowned her face. Can you see? No, I'm trying to get it. No, not that one. This one. That's it. That's a melancholic person. Okay? So they are deep thinkers. Their face is all frowned. Everything around them, they are analyzing it. Very analytical. They analyze everything. It has to have a pattern, a structure. And it must make sense to them. Deep thinkers, deep feelers. They are introvert. Remember extrovert. Introvert. And they try to avoid being singled out in the crowd. They try to avoid being singled out in a crowd. Melancholic personality leads to self-reliant individuals who are thoughtful, reserved, and often anxious. They often strive for perfection within themselves and their surroundings, which leads to tidy and detailed orientated behavior. We will look at this more detailed next week, but I just want to share. So the phlegmatic, the last personality or the last temperament, the phlegmatic. A phlegmatic individual tends to be relaxed, peaceful, quiet, and easygoing. Everything goes easy going. They are sympathetic and they care about others, yet they try to hide their own emotions. Phlegmatic individuals also are good at generalizing ideas. So everything is generalized. You know, we have some people, they always say that, how do I explain? Okay, they generalize everything, problems to the world, and making compromises. That's a phlegmatic person. My name is Regina Aban. This is On Point. This afternoon we have been looking at the word temperament. I've explained the origins. I've shared a scenario, the parrot and the eagle. Two birds who have the capabilities to fly. That's how they were made to fly. One of them flies at an altitude beyond belief, with eloquence, with elegance, and with strategy and tactfully. The other one, they are busybody in everybody's business. Everywhere you will find them, involved in everything. They repeat everything, they do everything, yet they are not going anywhere. They cannot fly anywhere. They are not that able to fly anywhere. When it comes to it, before you know it, they are still standing where they are. They won't go far. So, I encourage you. Which one are you going to be? Are you going to be an eagle? With class. With class. Are you going to be an eagle in life? Or you're going to be a parrot? You have to decide for yourself. But I encourage you, decide to be an eagle. Next week, we're going to pick it up from the 4 temperament. We're going to look at it in detail. We're going to break it down, chew it, and ingest it. And bear this in mind as a young adult. A young child or a young person is someone who don't have the same level of life experiences as an adult. And they need support and they need guidance. If your mom, your father, your aunt, someone advises you, my advice to you and my encouragement to you this afternoon, don't ignore good advice. It will make a difference in your life. Whatever situation you're going through as you're listening to me this afternoon, don't let it destroy you. Let it drive you to higher heights. I love you so much. Have a pleasant week, and I'll see you very shortly here on Starr Radio UK. God richly bless you. Bye for now.
We'll have accomplished the task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride. For a midnight snack, darts towards you, then summons up all your strength and punch him in the snout, and he will turn and swim away. There are a lot of sharks in the world. If you hope to complete the swim, you will have to deal with them. So if you want to change the world, don't back down from the sharks. Over a few weeks of difficult training, my SEAL class, which started with 150 men, was down to just 42. There were now 6 boat crews of 7 men each. I was in the boat with the tall guys, but the best boat crew we had was made up of the little guys, the Munchkin crew, we called them. No one was over 5'5". The Munchkin boat crew had 1 American Indian, 1 African American, 1 Polish American, 1 Greek American, 1 Italian American, and 2 tough kids from the Midwest. They out-paddled, outran, and outswam all the other boat crews. The big men in the other boat crews would always make good-natured fun of the tiny little flippers the Munchkins put on their tiny little feet prior to every swim. But somehow these little guys from every corner of the nation and the world always had the last laugh, swimming faster than everyone and reaching the shore long before the rest of us. SEAL training was a great equalizer. Nothing mattered but your will to succeed, not your color, not your ethnic background, not your education, not your social status. If you want to change the world, measure a person by the size of their heart, not by the size of their flippers. The 9th week of training is referred to as Hell Week. It is 6 days of no sleep, constant physical and mental harassment, and 1 special day at the Mud Flats. The Mud Flats are an area between San Diego and Tijuana where the water runs off and creates the Tijuana Sloughs, a swampy patch of terrain where the mud will engulf you. It is on Wednesday of Hell Week that you paddle down in the mud flats and spend the next 15 hours trying to survive the freezing cold, the howling wind, and the incessant pressure to quit from the instructors. As the sun began to set that Wednesday evening, my training class, having committed some egregious infraction of the rules, was ordered into the mud. The mud consumed each man till there was nothing visible but our heads. The instructors told us we could leave the mud if only 5 men would quit. Only 5 men, just 5 men, and we could get out of the oppressive cold. Looking around the mud flat, it was apparent that some students were about to give up. It was still over 8 hours till the sun came up. 8 more hours of bone-chilling cold. The chattering teeth and the shivering moans of the trainees were so loud, it was hard to hear anything. And then one voice began to echo through the night. One voice raised in song. The song was terribly out of tune, but sung with great enthusiasm. One voice became 2, and 2 became 3, and before long, everyone in the class was singing. The instructors threatened us with more time in the mud if we kept up the singing, but the singing persisted, and somehow the mud seemed a little warmer, and the wind a little tamer, and the dawn not so far away. If I have learned anything in my time traveling the world, it is the power of hope. The power of one person, a Washington, a Lincoln, King, Mandela, and even a young girl from Pakistan, Malala. One person can change the world by giving people hope. So if you want to change the world, start each day with a task completed. Find someone to help you through life. Respect everyone. Know that life is not fair and that you will fail often. But if you take some risks, step up when the times are the toughest, face down the bullies, lift up the downtrodden, and never ever give up. If you do these things, the next generation and the generations that follow will live in a world far better than the one we have today. And what started here will indeed have changed the world for the better.
Thanks for listening. 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 Thanks for listening.
Hi there, this is CJ Buckman, your life coach. And whenever I'm in London, I listen to Starr Radio UK right here. But guess what? You can listen to wherever you are.
Do you feel left out in your education or career but still want to do something about it? Then don't fret. If you are a resident in the UK, British or EU citizen, then there is hope for you. You are in the age bracket of 21 to 55. The UK government is offering grants, scholarships, and financial support for first degree to masters in various courses. The government will pay all your fees and you can educate yourself in a peace of mind. From £21,000 per year for first degree, etc. Get in touch with GEM Educational Consultancy and we will guide you in applying for this facility. We are situated at 51 Albany Road, Hornchurch. The postcode is RM12 4AE. Telephone 079 0479 3019 or email us pastorjoeka@yahoo.com. Get financial support and acquire a degree.
This is my testimony. Can I share it with you tonight? All right, let's go.
Standing here, not knowing how we'll get through this test. But holding on to faith, you know that nothing can catch you by surprise. You got this figured out. You watching us now, and when it looks as if we can't win, you wrapped us in your arms and you step in, and everything we need you supply. You've got this in control, and now we know that you made a way. When our backs were against the wall and looked as if it was over, you made a way. And we're standing here only because you made a way. My Jesus, you made a way.
Now we're here, looking back on where we come
Thanks for listening.
because of you and nothing we've done to deserve the love and mercy you've shown. But your grace was strong enough to pick us up. You made a way when our backs were against the wall and it looked as if it was over. You made a way, and we're standing I call you my way maker, my strong tower. You made a way.
Soon on DAB. This is Starr Radio on mobile, UK, the leading Afro. This is Starr Radio in London, the leading Afro-Caribbean radio station in London. This is Starr Radio UK.